The Mount Moon Review podcast, while a podcast about Pokemon, is not intended for children. You can expect some instances of adult humor, coarse language, and adult situations. Parental discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 56 of the Mount Moon Review podcast, the only podcast that doesn't put fake hashtags in its description in order to get people to get all excited over nothing. I am your host, the Raz with my co-host, the Blue Duck Gold Duck, bringing you everything you need to know about the world of Pokemon's happened in the last 2 weeks in less than an hour. All right, Duck, we're back to normal, so how the hell you been?
Pretty good. It's been a week. I'm currently on day 2 of a 4-day weekend.
Woo!
So,
I'm on day 1 of a 3-day weekend.
I'm rested and up.
Yeah, I mean, and this is like a recording session, so as soon as this podcast is done recording, I gotta go record another podcast, and then I'm gonna talk to you after the show is over, because we might do a Let's Play after that, so
I'm down.
So everybody, if you haven't already, if you enjoy the Mount Moon Review podcast, I highly encourage everybody to go to our YouTube channel. We oftentimes, and I say oftentimes, just about always, upload a video version of the Mount Moon Review podcast, as well as video versions of all of our other shows, as well as Let's Plays and other things we do, and just different pilots that we've tried. So definitely check that out and let us know what you think. But this is the Pokemon podcast that's on the show. So, Duck, let's roll right into this. What do you got for us this week?
All right. Well, first thing I want to do is I want to put all the clarification out there for people still wondering. Hashtag Sword and Shield EX was just to promote Pokemon Sword and Shield and the expansion pass in one bundle.
No!
That was something I thought of. I'm like, what could it be? It could be that. It could be some kind of end chapter version, like Ultra Sun and Moon treatment, which I would be pissed if it was.
I was thinking it was Pikachu condoms.
Oh.
Pokemon sex. Ah! That was the stupidest hashtag they could have come up with.
I know. But I thought it was going to be bigger because they tweeted out the hashtag and then turned out to be this. Now, I set the bar pretty low, so I wasn't disappointed in it, but I can only imagine what some people were expecting, and what we got was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole thing was kind of predictable, too. That was the other thing. It was all pretty predictable with the direct that they came out with. But why don't you just lead us in what you got first?
Okay, so yeah, like I said, they put that hashtag out like 2 days before a direct. And then, so on the 29th, we got a new trailer for the Crown Tundra. And so I got a little breakdown of some of the stuff, the key features that's going to be in the game. And there's a lot of maybes in this. They didn't explain everything we saw like they have in some previous trailers. So some of this stuff you take with a grain of salt, and this is speculation, and I'll try to clarify which is which.
Yeah, and like the trailer for the Isle of Armor, they did have like explaining some things about what was going on. They even told you like this is mustard, and then with the Crown Tundra, it was all just music playing and gameplay essentially. You didn't really see a whole lot of explanation on anything. Matter of fact, there was none. So I guess we're gonna have to just do a lot of speculation, like Duck says. So let's get to speculating.
All right. Well, this is something that's real. This is confirmed 100% unless it changes. Release date is going to be October 22nd at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, well, Pokemon's usually pretty consistent about keeping their dates, so I wouldn't stress about that changing at all. I would like to see a preload. That'd be nice if they had a preload for it.
Yeah, I think if you try to play it right exactly at 10 p.m., there's all kinds of problems people deal with. I think that's what I'm pretty sure it released at 10 p.m. for the Isle of Armor too, and there were issues right away. But then by the next day, it was fine.
Yeah, I think you could download, and then it was you just everything just kept erroring like crazy because everybody was trying to do it. So I didn't even try to play it till the next morning.
Up until the 22nd, I'm actually going to be working like a 10-day stretch, and then my first day off is going to be the 23rd. So it kind of works out perfect for me. Yeah.
Well, you know what you should do, Duck. You
should
should stream.
I did that last time, and I just ended up getting bored before I completed the Pokédex for Olive Armor. Remember, I couldn't find a Seadra?
No. But I believe you.
Seadra for like an hour and a half.
Well, it's okay. Well, we'll try collectively between now and then. We got plenty of time to get Duck to stream his adventures in the Crown Tundra. But until then, you have to deal with me playing Sword Art Online apparently, because that's what I've been doing.
So next thing that we already knew was coming, but we've got some details now, was Galarian Slowking reveal. They teased it before when they teased the Adventure Pass or whatever, the expansions. They had a picture of a Slowking, clearly a Slowking, but his head was all scribbled out.
Yeah, so with Galarian Slowbro, we had like the Mega Man ripoff, and now with Slowking, we got the Juggernaut ripoff.
Yeah, it's kind of that's pretty good. I think they're trying to make him like a plague doctor or maybe like a witch doctor kind of deal with a mask. Maybe a witch doctor is better.
I don't know. I just think it looks goofy.
He does look kind of weird. Yeah,
I'm making fun of you.
He's a psychic poison type. His signature move is called Eerie Spell, which reduces the PP of the opponent's moves. I don't know if it's going to be all the moves or like just the last move they used. And then the ability is called Curious Medicine, and it removes all stat changes when it enters the field, which is
that kind of goes with the Plague Doctor theme that you mentioned, so maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And it's kind of with it being in a Dynamax meta where the Dynamax moves boost other Pokemon stats. It's kind of a counter meta to that. So it'll probably see some play, probably about as much as Galarian Slowking sees.
So none at all.
Or not Slowking. Wheezing. Galarian Wheezing.
Yeah.
It sees some play. It's not on every team.
Like no, you'll see the meta fluctuate for about 2 weeks, and then it'll go back to what it is.
Yep. All right, so now we get to some of the speculation. There was a scene of the player running. It was clearly free movement. This wasn't scripted movement. The player had control of their character. And you could see the Galarian Articuno flying above their head. Like, flying past them over their head. I don't know if it's just there's going to be animations of them in the sky. If it's going to be you see it in one spot and then you kind of have to chase it to another spot where it stands still in the open area, or if that was some kind of cutscene. All I'm saying is there was a model of Articuno in the wild area flying around.
It could be possible. They did with Isle of Armor. I'm sorry. Isle of Armor. add the letting the Pokemon out thing, which everyone's like, oh my god, this is great. This is exactly what I wanted. I don't get it. I don't care. I'm
in the camp of people that love that. That makes a Pokemon game instantly better to me.
Well, it just depending on what it is, they look annoying. So you almost have to pick. You have to pick the right one so that it doesn't distract you from the gameplay. Because like when you throw like a Mewtwo in there, it just kind of puffs its chest out and floats behind you, looking pissed off. So.
Yeah, and don't get me started on the Porygons. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. So I'm in the camp of like, why? But there's some people do, and people do love it, and that camp is actually much larger than the me camp. The Duck camp's a lot bigger than the Raz camp. So I'm not saying that that's not what it is, but they could have actually expanded upon it and actually made it more robust. So maybe they move around a little bit better. Who knows?
Oh, you mean give them anchor them on the character instead of just following the character?
Yeah.
That'd be neat. Then they could probably do that pretty easy.
And then you might actually get me to come over to your camp once in a while to sit by the fire.
But, I mean, the fact that there was a legendary in there and we might be able to run up to the legendary in the wild area or have to do some kind of hunt it down. that seems pretty cool.
Well,
That would be a cool feature if
I
they had
mean,
that.
Crown Tundra seems like it's going to be like, this is the legendary expansion. And
It is
which game was it that had like pretty much every legendary in it?
um Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire had them, and then also Sun and Moon. But it was a much bigger deal for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, there was one of them you could pretty much get a living dex for everything up until that point. And I mean, that's kind of what they're billing the Crown Tundra as. Like, you want legendaries? We got legendaries.
Yeah, I mean, I personally could take or leave legendaries. I don't really care about them that much.
Well, normally, if you're doing any kind of competitive play, you don't care about them at all. But apparently, we've talked about this in the last show. Screw it, we're gonna throw them into competitive play again.
We're gonna talk about that later.
We are. So keep going.
And another thing, this is another speculation because it's not confirmed, and it was far away in the angle that the camera could see, but it looked like there was a shiny Frostmoth on screen next to a regular Frostmoth. So if the Pokemon spawn in the overworld. Currently, the game doesn't check if it's a shiny when it spawns the overworld sprite. It checks when you encounter it. So they would have to change the way the game works, which makes me think it wasn't a shiny. But when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that looked like a shiny. And then I went online, and a lot of other people are like, yo, shinies in the overworld confirmed.
Or it could have just been a scripted event.
It could be a scripted event. It could be an angle. Like I said, like Frostmoth is not much different from its normal sprite.
Yeah.
And it was angled. It looked shiny to me, and then, other people thought it looked shiny, but that's not confirmed. But if they do it, it makes shiny hunting 10 times more fun.
just run around the overworld.
Yeah, just run around the overworld and look for shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, because
awesome.
That is part of the thing that, like, I never really got the appeal to the shiny thing. Everyone's like, well, I'll give you a shiny if you do this. I'm like, no, I don't care. They don't mean anything to me. But I think it's mostly because I don't feel like sitting there doing the encounter, run away, counter, run away, encounter, run away, encounter, run away, encounter, run away. I'm still going here, encounter, run away. I mean, our poor friend of the podcast, Cody, he was trying to do one, and he was like up over 5,000 eggs trying to get a shiny. Oh. Moving on.
So we've known about the den feature. That's probably how you're going to get the legendaries, is you have to go through a series of like Dynamax battles or like max raids that increase in difficulty.
Yeah, it kind of actually reminds me of Sun and Moon when you went through the portals.
Yeah.
That's what kind of like the gist of what I think you're going to encounter is something similar to that.
Now, it looked like they were letting the team that was playing select rental Pokemon for that and not use their Pokemon they already have. So that might be part of the challenge, is you have to use whatever Pokemon are available. And then I think the Pokemon you defeat can be added to the rental team list. So it's going to be like a wave kind of thing. Like, you've battled one, you move deeper into the cave. You battle another one, you move deeper into the cave. At the back of the cave is that legendary.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it's looking based on what we've seen. But they did show us players selecting Pokemon from a list. So that could be Pokemon that they pre-put in the list, or it could be, this is the list you get for this raid.
Yeah, who knows? Or maybe those are the ones that are allowed.
Exactly.
So
we already kind of talked about all the legends being added. We're already speculating that because of the data mine information. And then Pokemon that appeared in this trailer were also all included in that data mine Pokédex that we showed a couple months ago.
Which we will never speak of again.
No, why not?
Because we don't want to get takedown notices from Nintendo or Game Freak or Pokemon Company. Like I was like when the trailer came out, I was like, well, I guess I got to download the trailer for the podcast. Then I remembered, oh crap, no, I don't, because even though it follows clearly under the doctrine of fair use, because you're not using any audio, you're giving commentary and review about it, which is the definition of fair use. They will still flag the video. You'll still have to review it, and 9 chances out of 10 they're gonna go with Nintendo because Nintendo's a multi-billion-dollar company. They're gonna tell the little YouTubers to pound sand, and that is one of the biggest problems we have with YouTube nowadays. And I'm going to sit here on my soapbox and watch Duck shake his bloody head on camera, because that's what he's doing right now, folks. He's shaking his head because this is one of those Raz moments where Raz just goes off on a freaking tangent, and Duck just sits there and goes, I'm just going to smile and nod and wait for him to stop. I stopped. Go.
Looks like you're going to be able to buy or unlock clothing items for the past evil teams. We saw a character dressed as Gatsis and a character dressed... I don't know if it was supposed to be dressed as Lysander or if it was like Team Flare clothes, but
probably Team Flare.
They were going Team Flare and Team Plasma.
Come on, I want to be one of the pirate boys. Give me Team Aqua.
The Gatsis person had an eye patch, so that's kind of pirate.
Arr.
I think that's pretty cool. You know, everybody loves to dress up as Team Rocket.
Yeah,
and
really
I would like to see what the 3D version of the Team Plasma armor. Like if the suits of armor they wore.
Oh right.
I would like the 3D version. That might be a pretty cool clothes to wear. So it remains to be seen, but I really don't care that much about clothes. I've been wearing the same shirt that you unlock for doing like 50 battles in the battle tower. I've been wearing that since I got it, and that's it. I don't change my clothes.
I don't change them either. Like everyone, oh look, I got it. Here's the hat that looks kind of like the hat that I really wear. I'm keeping that.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Oh, and ability capsules were 100% confirmed. There was like a little, they showed him doing that in the trailer. And that's it.
That's it for the trailer. Yay!
Oh yeah. Also, Pokemon Home is gonna have Pokemon Go integration.
Yeah.
Yay! This is what we wanted.
Kinda.
It ain't free, folks.
No, it ain't gonna be free, apparently. That's the thing about it. Yeah, you already paid for a Pokemon Home subscription? Great, we appreciate that, but we're gonna need some more.
Yeah, we're gonna need your Pokecoins, too.
So, they didn't come out and say it, but they kind of did. Give us a rundown of it, Ducky.
So, it looked like there was a menu that popped up when they showed the little clip of somebody trying to transfer the Pokemon, and it appeared that it was asking them to pay Pokecoins to do it.
Yeah. See,
which sucks.
With trades now, in between 2 Pokemon Go accounts, you have to pay Stardust, which is also a rare commodity in the game. And depending on the tier of the Pokemon, it costs more Stardust. Legendaries obviously cost an abundance of Stardust. It looks as though like when you do the transfer from Pokemon Go into Pokemon Home, you're going to have to pay in Pokecoins. Now, is that a lot of speculation out there is that you're going to be able to transfer so many and then have a cooldown period where you would have to pay Pokecoins to get rid of that. But that's not really like I don't know where that speculation's coming from. Everyone's talking about it, and I think it's because one really like big PokeTuber has said it, so everyone's like, yeah, that must be true then. But I've yet to see any definitive reason why that we would think that. From the evidence that we have so far, it's you're going to pay to transfer a Pokemon. So I don't get it.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
It really does, because with Pokecoins, you can get them for free, but you're capped at 50 a day. I mean, you're capped at getting 50 coins a day for free. And that is if you can get out there and keep a Pokemon in a gym for 4 hours without it getting knocked out.
Yeah.
And if you live in certain areas where you have small play areas but abundance of players, you might as well go piss in the wind.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting Pokemon Go again, but sounds like it's gone downhill.
No, it really hasn't. It's pretty much still the same, but I go through phases where I'm like, Well, I haven't played Pokemon Go in a year. I'm going to play it like crazy for the next 3 weeks, and then put it down again.
That's probably how I'd be.
Well, that's usually how you are with any game. You'll play it like a fiend for a good 2 or 3 weeks, and then it just collects dust.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Keep going.
So the rule set for the next online competition was revealed. It's going to be 2 Pokemon from the restricted list. In the past, this format has been called Battle of Legends because it's where you get all the box cover legendaries. All the Pokemon that you aren't normally allowed to use, excluding mythicals, are allowed in. You get to pick 2 for your team.
Yeah, legendaries in, mythicals are not.
Well, actually, mythicals are included this time.
Oh, really? Go on.
Yep. They gave us a list, which I'll read off, because not all the legendaries are in the game yet, and they won't be for this
series.
For this series. So the list is Mewtwo, Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, Reshiram, Zekrom, Kyurem, Keldeo, Cosmome, which I don't think it's possible to battle with a Cosmome, Solgaleo, Lunala, Necrozma, Magearna, Marshadow, Zeraora, Meltan, Melmetal, Zacian, Zamazenta, Eternatus, and Zarude are all going to be allowed to be in the tournament. And at the end of the tournament, you get a 50 BP participation prize.
Everybody gets that. Yeah, that's been since the beginning. I'll tell you this, though. With the Pokemon Go, Pokemon Home integration is not going to be due out until the end of the year. If it was right now, I have a Melmetal that when I play it in Pokemon Go, I might as well be cheating. It's just a beast. So that's going to be the first one I transfer in if I'm allowed to use it.
You can transfer Melmetal in now.
Not the one I have in Pokemon Go, though.
You can't transfer it?
I guess I probably could, couldn't I?
You can send it to Pokemon Home or Let's Go, can't you?
Yeah. I guess I could send it to Let's Go, then spend every freaking Pokeball I have trying to catch the damn thing again, because that is the most ridiculous method ever, and it sucks. That's the thing. You try to transfer those legendaries in, dude. It sucks because then you're sitting there, you got to catch them all over again, and it blows.
It's not like you can make them easier to catch through battle in that game either.
Nope, you just got to catch them.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Okay, and then, also there's some kind of translation error, between whether it's going to be the Series 6 rules or the Series 5 rules for the non-restricted Pokemon. I think if you're going to have legendaries, it might as well be no holds barred on the others, right? Like,
yeah, why not?
Who cares if you can use Togekiss? But so that I think what was put out in the game, like on the Switch, if you look at the news for Pokemon on the Switch, it says something different than what was revealed in Japan. So we're not sure which one is the right one. Probably the Japan one.
I don't know. It could be an error on either side, really.
Exactly. That's why we're not sure. So here's the information we have. And then Series 7. What?
Just watch Wolfie and see what he does, because that's what everyone's going to do anyway.
Yeah, it's his team. Series 7 was also revealed, and I said moveset in the outline, not rule set.
Which no one would have known if you'd kept your mouth shut.
I know, but I thought it was funny. So the Pokemon from the Series 6 ban list are going to be allowed in again. And then also the Crown Tundra Pokemon will be included.
Why don't they just do an unlimited series and be done with it?
Well, it's basically everything but legendaries. Except, well, I don't know. They're adding the legends.
That's what I'm saying.
So maybe it will be a no holds barred. Every Pokemon's allowed.
Battle Royal, suckers.
Yeah. Traditionally, you're allowed to use Pokemon in trios. In the the competition rules, and then you're usually not allowed to use your cover legends like Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, and Ho-Oh, Lugia, Mewtwo. All those big ones you usually aren't allowed. So we'll see how they actually restrict it. You'll probably be able to use like Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno.
Fair enough.
And then that's it for video game.
Holy crap. Okay.
So next up is TCG. Our next set, we already talked about it before, is going to be called Vivid Voltage, and they released the pre-release promos for those. And everybody who's a judge and is going to get those staff promos is in for a nice treat, because there's a Charizard in the promos again.
Of course there is, because we cannot have a freaking set. Oh, look, a special Charizard.
These look nice. The Charizard card's good looking too.
So what?
And there's a Lugia that's also looks good.
I'm tired of the Charizards, man.
I feel you.
I mean, seriously. I mean, I posted a meme on my my Facebook page that that one with the guy sitting in the boardroom. They're like, "What a great idea!" And then the guy comes up with something. They throw him out the window. You know which one I'm talking about? They're like, "How about a special edition Charizard? How about a rainbow rare Charizard?" And then the guys, "How about anything but Charizard?" And they wing him out the window.
That's funny.
But I feel for that guy, man. I'm tired of it, and because it
makes some money.
It makes scalpers money, because then you run into the same thing which I have bitched about since day one on this podcast. I guarantee you, in the first episode of this podcast, I'm probably ranting about it. It's about the a-holes that go out and buy up everything, and inflate a false market, which happened again with Champion's Path.
Yeah, it did. And then every single other card in that set, completely worthless.
Completely worthless. I mean, they might as well be peeling them open, looking for the Charizard, and just drop them straight in a trash can.
My card guy, who I've sold all my cards to, was texting me about it. He spent he's an official store now, so he spent hundreds of dollars in product for this, right? Nobody wants it, or you know what I mean? Like he can't move the product. And then everything he's opened is worthless because he didn't get Charizard.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, this whole set is a throwaway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even the Charizard, no one's going to play the damn thing. They're gonna
you know what's going to happen, though? There's going to be a uncommon in there that's good in like 4 months. And then it's going to be like a $15 uncommon like Fiery Flint was.
Yeah. Everybody and their mother's going to be trying to grab it up.
Yeah.
People will be digging through trash cans. I know I threw some of these away.
So Japan's next set is going to be called Single Strike Master and Rapid Strike Master. This is going to be released the way they do in the beginning of the year usually, or at the beginning of a new block, where they have 2 dual sets come out at once, and then there probably won't be another set for November. Probably won't have a set.
Because we can't go to universal set lists. No globals. No, that'd make too much damn sense.
But basically, one set's going to be featuring Rapid Strike Urshifu, and the other one's going to be Single Strike.
Because you got to get them both.
And then there's going to be this special premium trainer box, which Japan has released before. It's basically like 10 packs of each set. And then it's like in a super elite trainer box. We don't get that product here, but they have it over there. But in the description for that product, for this set, it says it's going to have a plus UV card. 1 plus UV card. I don't know if that's meant to be some kind of new holo, some kind of ultraviolet holo, maybe, or if it's they're adding something to V.
No, you can only see it when it's out in the sun.
Maybe it's an image on well, hold on. Maybe it's some kind of holo that you see a different image based on how the light hits it.
Maybe it's a mood card.
Maybe. I'm being serious, and you're not.
I know I'm not, because I buy the cheapest cards possible when I play.
Well, it could be another rarity of a card. There's a lot of speculation.
Because that's what we need.
Yeah, every secret rare card is going to have 4 versions of it now, making the value of cards overall drop significantly.
And then next set, we're going to make them part of boxes so that you just have to go out and buy the box.
Oh, by the way, I heard there was a Crobat promo coming out too already.
Of course there is.
It's a shiny version of Crobat.
Of course there is. Of course there is.
Which that's going to look weird on the card. Crobat's like perfect for the dark type border, but when it's shiny and it's pink, it's gonna be a weird looking card.
Suddenly, you're not so scary. It's like, look at that evil My Little Pony.
Yeah, basically. And then the last point I want to talk about is if you haven't spent cards or enough money on cards already, there's going to be a 25th anniversary set that comes out on Pokemon Day in February.
Of course there is.
I don't really have any details, but yeah, it's going to be like Generations or the other bonus sets that have released.
Cards that you won't be able to use anyway.
You can't buy packs.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can use the cards. Well, I mean, you're saying they're not competitively good.
Yeah, you're using them in expanded.
Did Zoroark come out of one of those sets?
Yep.
Okay,
they did alternate art Zoroark.
No, I mean, I think Zoroark first
Did it?
came out. I think so. I think the only promo, like, I believe it was in like
I believe
a Shining Legends set or something like that. Could be wrong.
I don't remember.
But just because it's a set doesn't mean it sucks. But usually those sets don't have as many cards that impact the meta the way like a brand new set would.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna run out and look for it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'll just if there's like a cool iconic like
Charizard
or red card, maybe I'll get it. But yeah, I'm not worried. That's about it.
Yeah.
Unless you got anything.
I really don't, other than the fact that everyone was all hyped because that direct dropped with like no warning, and everyone was just going batshit. It's like all they're gonna do is announce the Crown Tundra, and show kind of a cool music video.
That was a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting that.
I was like, is this a new series?
I wish they should. That'd be great. Anything but Ash.
If you do, just make sure it's on Crunchyroll or Funimation or something.
Not Netflix?
Not Netflix. Oh, God, not Netflix. Oh, man. So one of our shows that kind of died, and it's on life support, was the Untitled Anime Show on our YouTube channel that I mentioned at the beginning of the show. And I have plans on resurrecting that. Maybe the format's going to change a little bit, but we're going to resurrect that in some way, shape, or form. But Pokemon, at least they bought Pokemon, Netflix, I mean. But in a lot of cases with other animes where they get them fresh and they'll dub them, it sounds horrible. Like they're dubbing, it doesn't sound right. It's not matched up. They pick the wrong voices for the wrong characters. It's just, and then in one like act of clear just sacrilege, heresy, when they got their hands on Evangelion, they redubbed it, and it's horrible. It's like unwatchable.
I've been seeing stuff about that pop up.
It is completely unwatchable because I was like all excited. It's like, ooh, I can finally sit my wife down and let her watch Neon Genesis Evangelion. And then I started watching it. I'm like, ugh, no. Shinji, no. He sounds horrible. The character's all bad. And then there's a couple other shows that Netflix has too where I've tried to watch them. It's like, ugh. Nothing matches up right. It just doesn't sound good. And it's like, nope, I'm gonna go watch stuff on Funimation. Thanks. But that's my gripe. It has absolutely nothing to do with Pokemon, because the Pokemon stuff, they're always gonna have the same voice actors. Because it's not going to be exclusive to Netflix. It's going to be somewhere else first, and Netflix will get it subsequently. So they're always going to have the same voice actors. They're all pretty iconic. That person that voices Ash is like the same. It's like the person that voices Bart Simpson. Always going to have a job.
Mm-hmm. He does. Well, she actually does a lot of different. Well, the Japanese actor, I actually don't know the English voice actor. I think that's a girl too.
I think it is too. Without looking, I'm pretty sure it is.
I think I stood in line for her signature at a Comic-Con and then saw she was charging $25, and I was like, nah.
Deuces.
Yep. I just paid $45 to get into this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, honestly, if it was today, I'd probably do it. But back then, spending $45 was hard.
Yeah, especially when you get the creator of Pokemon signature for the low price of 0.
Mm-hmm. Just for standing in the right place.
That was pretty cool. Well, no, and you met the guy on the street, which was kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
I think it was like all up in you. That dude was your weekend.
Yeah. Who was that? Was I with you when that happened?
You weren't with anybody when it happened.
When
When you ran into him on the street, you were trying to catch up to the guys that were staying in your hotel at 2019 Worlds, and he saw the Charizard in your backpack.
No, it was the Golduck.
Oh, the Golduck. Okay.
And I was with somebody else though.
It wasn't with me.
Somebody was walking in.
Now, you and I were standing in the main hall when somebody walked up to us and said, "Would you like to meet him?" We're like, "Yeah." Here's a.
Oh yeah, I was telling you the story about it. About how I saw him, and I'm like, "Oh my god, he's signing autographs. He probably totally would have signed something for me."
Yeah.
And
then somebody just walks up and says, "Here you go."
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And I had to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So I made some kid's day and gave him one. So
I hope those kids cherish whatever he signed.
Yeah, I really do. I mean, I approached the mother first, and I asked her, "It's like, yeah, you know, are they big fans? You know, do you know who this is?" And I explained he's created it, and he's, and she's like, "Oh wow." I'm like, "Here's a pass to go get his autograph because I can't stay." And she seemed thankful. The kid's eyes were like bang, bugging out. So I hope to God they got to stay and do it. It is what it is. But I think that's all we have for this week. If you are liked, subscribed, all that stuff, wherever you're listening to the podcast, if you get an opportunity, give us a 5-star review. Tell us how great we are and how much you want other people to listen to us. And tell a friend, because quite frankly, it doesn't cost you anything for this content. We don't charge anything. We don't run ads in here. All we're asking is that you pay attention. So tell a friend, enjoy the podcast, and make sure you check out all of our other content, whether it be our shenanigans, our streams, our other podcasts, such as the Social Liability Podcast, the Untitled Anime Show. Duck tried to get something started with Spoilercast. Hopefully he brings that back.
I won't rant about it on this, but this isn't the right platform. But I'll talk to you after the show about something real quick.
Okay. But that being said, folks, I don't really think we have anything else. We'll be back in probably about 2 weeks with another show. Duck, get us out of here.
All right, guys. Just remember, until next time, if it's too good to be blue, it's probably gold.
Have a week.
Just because your card is magic, you think you're safe because you killed my life orb. Baby, do you dare to not flinch? 'Cause I'm coming at you like a dark pulse. I know you're gonna throw. You're gonna throw a star. But I got that lucky chance. There's no critical hits.